Is this the best beginner pump foil setup? I think so. This is the Gong Trail. They designed it for pump foiling. I had the chance to try the XL front wing and the stabilizer XL in the third version with a nice fuselage and with the Alu Mast. If you're a beginner, you don't need more than the Alu Mast. Don't buy like a carbon or carbon high modulus. The Alu Mast still stiff enough. Here I tried the size of 77 millimeters, which is great for pumping, and the width of 19 millimeters, which is, I think, a quite good thing. Gong has this Kluber board. I have the older version, and I think it's a really great version. It's very stable, it's very light. And as you can see, they changed the fuselage from a rectangular shape to a round shape, which makes really a lot of sense. And so I think this is the perfect setup. That is like almost under 1,000 euros, and it pumps really easy. I think it forgives you a lot of stuff, and you still have enough glide and enough efficiency to pump quite long. My personal record without even trying, and with like pumping my own setup before, because I'm usually pumping the Cyrus XXL, and here I managed to pump 1 minute 30 without even trying too hard. And so I think if you want to pump more than 1 minute, you can pump with the trail without problems. And so a lot of friends asked me, hey, can I learn with the Cyrus XXL? And I gave my setup to a lot of beginners with the Cyrus XXL, and a lot of them struggle really much because the Cyrus XXL is not that easy to learn with, but this thing I think is much easier to handle. You still have enough stability, but you can also pump, and it's not that huge. And so I think this is a great setup to learn and to pump for very long. And sometimes if you have like two beginner-friendly setups, the front wing is really thick, and so the pumping is like difficult and you can't pump that long. But I think this thing, you can have it for several years. And if you're really, really good with this, then you can change the Cyrus XXL or maybe the Ultra Trail from Gong, which is now the most efficient pump foil wing in their lineup of different wings. So I was really happy with the Trail. I think it's a good wing. The friend that I took it from, he even went wing foiling once. Gong says it's a bit too slow, but he made it work, so it works. Here you can see the difference again between the two different fuselages. It really makes sense to, I guess, take the third one. And last thing about the pricing, I think Gong has really great pricing with all the setups. You can buy the whole bag, including the board. Without tax, you are landing at 847 euros. With tax, depending on which country you're ordering, and with shipping, it's a bit more. So you will be around, I think, 1,000 euros. And so I think this board is really great. If you're really a beginner, don't take the 80 centimeter board, but maybe take a 95 centimeter board. A bigger board in the beginning helps you to be a bit more stable and have a bit more space with your feet. But if you're good and you have been pumping, the 80 centimeter board is quite fine. I've been really happy with it. I have been pumping with this board many sessions, I think for 2 or 3 years now. And so this board is really great. They updated the colors a bit, but most of it stayed the same. So it's a great board. So if you have any questions, feel free to write or comment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. May the foil be with you. Over and out.